Hello, this is Lexusideal, and I'm doing a little video here of me playing Skyrim. So, just going to show you some of the gameplay, my own thoughts, stuff like that. Oh, I just want to thank Ross, or Share It TV, for allowing me to use his equipment for this recording, because I currently don't have that much. I intend to bring you more content for Skyrim in particular, and I'll try and bring you some stuff that you want to watch. Okay, so you know, gaming videos, commentaries, and all that. Now, generally for this, I'm probably just gonna do commentating, of course, as I just said, but I'm probably gonna give you a very short review of what I think of the game. Now, I've played Skyrim before. I've actually completed it on many playthroughs. It's a very good game. 10 out of 10, to be honest. I mean, some people might find that there's too much. You know, they're overwhelmed by the amount of stuff. But for the large majority, people find it to be a quality game that they can really like and enjoy. You know, stuff like that. So yeah, it's a definite must-buy for anyone who seriously likes RPGs and stuff like that. But even if you don't like RPGs, it's still a freaking quality game that you should get into. Seriously, it's awesome. Some of the positives of the game, it's just so freaking open world. Seriously, it's like the map is the world itself. It's just massive in comparison to most games. It's completely open-ended in many ways. Like you don't have to choose a certain route to get to somewhere. You can just get off your horse, walk through some woods, and you're there, and stuff like that. Or go straight through a cave, or go actually over the mountain. I mean, admittedly, going over the mountain is the hardest route, but you know, you never know what you're gonna find. So that's what some people will do. What else? Let's think. Combat. The combat is so much more improved over Oblivion. Oblivion, the combat, it was okay. The combat on that was okay, but this is far greatly improved in combat terms. So yeah, it's a definite improvement over Oblivion, and it's a definite must-buy. If you're not familiar with Oblivion, it's set way before this game, and this is a completely different context, because in Oblivion the context was basically the Oblivion gates were being opened, which was sort of the gates to hell in a way, or a different world, and they're bringing in like these monsters and stuff like that. This is different. This is all about dragons and civil war, which is when you think of civil war and dragons, you put the two of them together, you've got a good basis for a story. So yeah. Oh, another awesome part to this game is just the level of customization. I mean, seriously, you do get a really awesome amount of customization when you do this game. I mean, the armors, the way you have your house, and also on Xbox you have all these different mods which you can put on. Well, not exactly mods, but you get content which PS3 can't get. PC, however, does get all these different mods, which is it's an extensive modding community. I mean, it was the same for Oblivion with the amount of different content you can get for it. But for PC, this game has so much stuff you can get. You can get different mount mods, different houses, armor sets, stuff like that. Xbox, of course, has better access to downloadable content straight from actual Bethesda, who make Skyrim. So you get stuff like that. It's pretty good. Unfortunately for PS3, you currently can't get access to stuff like that. Currently, what I'm going to go for, I think I'm going to go for a high elf, because I want to go for like a mage, wizard sort of guy. Let's go across. Alright, let's go for the presets. Go for him. Let's go for some bulky guy, yeah. Right. Like I'm saying, the customization, admittedly, you can't, if you want to get for a perfect likeness of yourself, that's pretty much impossible, really. But the level of customization is still pretty fucking good. So yeah, you should go for it. Alright. I'm gonna make my guy look pretty grizzled, pretty yeah, I think I'll go for that one. Actually, yeah, I'll give him the nice tattoos on the eyes there. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a sort of a mage type character. I think I'll probably focus on lightning and stuff like that, because that's pretty fucking cool. Oh, give me some feedback. What you think this commentary that I'm doing right now, because you know, I want to improve. I want to get better. And if you guys watch this, leave sort of like just a comment. Just say well done, you know, or you shit. Preferably not the latter, but you know, just give me some feedback. Say, tell me what you think. Say how I can improve and stuff like that, and I'll try and do that. I mean, admittedly, I'm new to this, so it'll be slow going. But you know, practice makes perfect, and I'll try and get some better vids. I mean, currently my previous vids aren't actually that great. You know, I'm new to this stuff. I mean, some experienced YouTubers even admit they have stuff to work on. So me just starting out, it's gonna take a long time before I get, you know, the stuff that perhaps you want out of a game. So a game commentary or something like that. But I'll try and bring you what you want. You know, for this series that I intend to do on Skyrim, I'm probably just gonna show you some gameplay, some stuff like that. Gonna show you what I want to. Might just show you the development of my character. So yeah, I want to make this guy look pretty badass. So let's try and make him look like a fucking tough motherfucker, you know. Alright. Oh, check out Shirt TV. He does a lot of game commentaries, and really he has been around for a little bit, but he's only just started doing some consistent sort of videos, like series. Like he's currently doing a Madden series, which I recommend you check out. I mean, he's pretty new to it as well, but he's more experienced than me on videos. So, but check him out. He's got a lot of good content if you want to look at that and stuff like that. As I said, I've got 3 videos that are basically just for my mates, which you most likely would either not really take that much interest in, and I've got some Let's Plays with my mates. Well, they're called Lads Plays. They're basically just videos that I've just shown us playing Borderlands, and then I've got another video of me doing a bit of Call of Duty freaking zombies on Moon. So yeah, it's just me showing you some gameplay on that. So just check out my channel, you know, Lexusideal. Subscribe, like, and all that stuff, which will be a big help. Okay. Alright, let's get done with this character creator and move on. Alright, let's name a character. Let's go for something a little weird. Put some caps in this. Alright, let's call him X. Actually, no. Let's go for just Lexus. Lexus will do. Let's take away the caps. Alright, I'll leave you just for a sec, just so you can watch how this plays out. For the intro, for those who haven't actually seen any of the Skyrim vids of other people that have done. So this is just, of course, the start of the game.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to the Somerset Isle. Follow the captain, prisoner.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon you.
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over.
Learn our
As you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
death to the Stormcloaks.
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the High Elf.
There it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
Come on! The gods won't give us another chance! This way!
Right, as you can see, we're under attack by dragons. You saw some of the whole civil war, what was going on here. You've got the leader of the Stormcloaks here, Ulfric Stormcloak. And basically they're fighting the Legion, which is the big commanding body. You may have heard about the Thalmor, which are basically the elven race, and they kick the shit out of the Legion, basically, the Imperial Legion. This guy Ralof here, you actually get a choice of either going with him and he'll be like one of your people in the Stormcloaks, or you can go with the guy called Hadvar, who was like taking down the names, and he'll be your companion throughout the Imperial Legion missions during the Civil War.
You need to get over here now.
I love the graphics in this game, because seriously, these graphics are quite far ahead in comparison to a lot of other games currently. I mean, admittedly, in a few more, in the big release time, which is coming in a month or two, they're going to be some proper good looking games. Like, they're going to be really awesome. But until then, I think this is going to be perhaps the best, one of the best graphically games from up until that point. Well, out of a sort of top 10 graphically at least. That's Alduin. He's like he's the Doom bringer, basically. He heralds in the end of the world. So he's a pretty bad dragon. As you can see, you got some mages. I actually intend to be a mage, if I haven't already said. I think for this, I'll actually follow the Legion out. I actually did do a playthrough where I followed the Stormcloaks, but for the rest of my other gameplays, well, my playthroughs, I actually went with the Legion. So, simply because I think the Legion is just, in some ways, I prefer the Legion. and also the Legion aren't exactly prejudiced against elves and stuff like that, whereas the Stormcloaks, they are singly for the Nords. That's why I went with them, because I had a Nord account and I went with them for that. So
Looks like we're the only ones making it. Was that really a dragon? To bring us of the end times? We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go.
hopefully in some
Take a
more
look
videos
around.
I can bring
There
you
should
some
be
like
plenty of gear to choose from.
quests that I
Let's
do
see if I
for
can
in
find
this
something
game.
for these
Like
brothers.
some of the cooler missions, and hopefully I'll get some Dawn Guard content, because I know that's something that people probably want to watch. Because it's sort of the new vampires, you know, you get the Vampire Lord or you go with the Dawn Guard, which is pretty cool. I mean, the basic vampire that you actually can get isn't particularly interesting in some ways. It's just, you know, it's just ordinary an ordinary vampire, whereas with the Dawn Guard DLC you get to be a vampire lord, which is just it's just like, you know, if you've seen the werewolf transformation, it's very similar to that, but you get so much more. Like it also changes what happens with the vampires and stuff. Like you can actually go out in the daylight after a 4-day period without getting attacked by people, so that's definitely beneficial. As you can see, I'm dual casting fire here, which is different from some games. In some games you don't actually get that. You don't get the dual cast, which is pretty cool. Alright, gonna see some combat right here. Get some Stormcloaks. Okay, they're just sitting there, short, easy target, and they're dead. That's pretty fun. Didn't even do anything. Yeah, but gear up. Don't want to go around in rags. Okay. Drop that, drop that. Probably going to try, for when I do this, I'm probably going to go for like a sort of a summoner, because I know the summoners are pretty good, because you get to like, you can raise the dead, and you can do stuff like summon like Daedra, which are like sort of demons and stuff like that. If you haven't actually bought this game, like I said before, I personally think it's like 10 out of 10. It's definitely worth the money, and I mean, if you get it pre-owned, it'll be cheaper, and it's definitely worth buying. It'll be a definite good addition to like your gaming collection.
Done then? This way.
As you see, you got a little cinematic there of me killing a person. You get that. It's not quite. It's a bit different with the magic, because it's basically just slows down the combat. I'm not sure whether you get sort of unique sort of kill cams when you do use magic, because I'm not very familiar with it. But I know when you do use stuff like swords and axes, you can actually get like critical hits where you decapitate the person, which is pretty cool. Like in one of my playthroughs, I used a two-handed sword, and that's pretty freaking quality.
You have no authority over me.
Didn't you hear me? They keep us under attack.
As you can see, I just did some lock picking there, and there's a lot of stuff like that in this game. Like you can persuade people and stuff like that, or intimidate, and you can use your skills as your character develops to help you do stuff like sneak, be like an assassin. Like I do love being an assassin because it gives you that sort of flexibility, which is very nice to have having a game like this. Also, you can do stuff where you have sort of, you can have heavy armor and you can use specific perks to benefit you. See, as you can go through here. Right, so you've got all the major sort of skill trees, okay, and this is very user friendly in the way that it just goes up, and then you can look how they all match together. Like you've got let's go back into it actually. You can sort of go through these things, and you can sort of match up, so you can get a character which is very suited to you. Like I like to smith. I wouldn't be doing that for this because I don't need that sort of armor if I'm going to be a mage. But when you go through these, I'm going to be upgrading the magics. Let's go to the magic. Right, we've got the conjuration here, so we'll upgrade that. And as you can see at the very top of the trees, you've got cast master level conjuration. You can have 2 astracs or reanimated zombies, so you can have two things with you at one time. That's very good. The destruction, I'm probably going to focus more on the lightning, so we'll go over to shock spells, and we'll upgrade that, so we have like this, which will be disintegrate, where you turn people into ash and stuff like that, which will be pretty cool.
Supposed to go. Where's the way out?
Shit, I've run out of magic. That is a problem. But once you level up, you can actually boost up your statistics. Like as you can see in those 3 bars at the bottom, you've got health, which is the middle bar, red, and you've got stamina, which is the green bar, and then you've got magicka, which is the blue. Stamina controls sort of power attacks with weapons and also running. Health, of course, is your health points, that amount of damage you can take, and magicka being blue, basically how much spells you can cast at one time. Currently I'm running out, so that'll be beneficial once I upgrade that. As you can see, that was a special kill cam there. Well, not exactly a kill cam, but it was a special attack, a finishing attack. That was very good. Like I was saying earlier about the exploration, as you can see, these are highly detailed dungeons and stuff like that, which the amount of these around the map is amazing, because there are literally hundreds and hundreds of different caves, forts, dungeons, which you can just go around and explore, and they've all got like their own little characteristics which separate them from each other. They're all unique. There is no real reuse of dungeons and stuff like that, which you will find in some other games, which separates this from other games. Because seriously, there is not a whole lot of similarities in different areas, so everything is unique to that area. Like you have different areas which are sort of like you'll have areas in Riften which are very wooded areas, which are very nice. Sorry, I'm actually dying right here, so I'm gonna have to run. Sorry about that. But you'll have areas like Whiterun, which is sort of tundra areas, so very grassy and stuff like that. And it's really nice. It's really refreshing to go into an area and to experience sort of a new place and be able to explore each of these places. And I found that one of the funnest parts of the game, where I could just go around and explore these areas, which is just it's awesome. It definitely separates it from different games. Right, let's go into sneak mode here because there's a bear over there. We're just going to see what we can do. As you can see, you can just pick up loads of different loot. physics engine is quite good. Maybe not quite so good in some ways, but that's funny. Yeah. Alright, screw it, I'm gonna go in and attack. Okay, that was pretty weird. You can actually drag things around, which can make things fun, because sometimes, you know, you just want to play around once you've killed a bunch of people, and you can sort of make things look like you've just absolutely slaughtered everyone. Some nice ragdoll effects. Alright. So this is pretty much the end, near the end of my commentary. Please leave some feedback for me. You know, like this, subscribe, and I'll try and bring you some videos which you really want to. If you really want to see them, subscribe to me, and I'll try and bring you what you want to see. Admittedly, I'm new to this, so my content is not going to be that great. But please leave good feedback, like my videos, subscribe to my friends. You know, share it, do a sale once if he gets some videos up. I mean, if he doesn't get videos up, then you don't have to subscribe to him, of course. But you know, just like my video, subscribe to me, and I'll try and bring you some more Skyrim or other RPGs, because I love RPGs. So see you guys later. Thanks.